After dengue malaria attack on Sanatan Dharma, DMK now compares Sanatan with AIDS and leprosy. DMK Neta A. Raja crosses the line. Big unrelenting attack on Sanatan by DMK. Massive provocation in Sanatan slugfest. So after Udayanidhi Stalin made that statement where he said eradicate Sanatan Dharma, he remained defiant about it. Now A. Raja has taken it a notch further, said Udayanidhi in fact was soft on Sanatan Dharma, comparing it to dengue malaria. In fact, Sanatan should be compared to AIDS and leprosy. Listen in to what A. Raja said.
ஆனால் எனக்கு என்ன விந்தையாக இருக்கிறது என்றால் உதயநிதி ஸ்டாலின் அவர்கள் மென்மையாகத்தான் சொன்னார், மலேரியா போல டெங்கு போல ஒழிக்க வேண்டும் என்று. மலேரியாவுக்கும் டெங்குக்கும் சோசியல் ஸ்டிக்மா இல்ல, அது ஒரு அருவருப்பா சமூகம் பார்க்காது. அருவருவாக பார்க்கிற ஒரு சனாதனத்தை சொல்லணும்னா முறைப்படி ஒரு காலத்தில் தொழுநோய் இருந்தது, இப்ப HIV இருந்தது. எங்களை பொறுத்தவரை HIV தொழுநோயை போல HIV போல சமூக அவலம் நிறைந்த ஒரு நோயாகத்தான் நம்ம பார்க்கிறோம். ஒன்று.
In fact, what A. Raja said, which has now sparked another round of controversy. First, Udayanidhi Stalin, who seemed to be now explaining and justifying himself, especially after the case that was lodged against him in UP's Rampur, and then, of course, the Prime Minister's word to all BJP netas that they should go all out and aggressively counter the statement that Udayanidhi Stalin said. Udayanidhi there explaining himself, saying he was misunderstood and misrepresented by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Pramod Madhav is now joining me live on this. Pramod, this is going to stoke up another row of controversy because this seems to be unrelenting. Udayanidhi Stalin already had stoked a controversy. Now A. Raja simply adds fuel to fire, insulting Sanatan Dharma.
Well, A. Raja is already known for such speeches, and he's been constantly opposing Sanatan Dharma in various forms as well. So currently, what he has said is that he claims that when Udayanidhi said and compared Sanatan Dharma to malaria and dengue, he was actually taking a softer stance, and that Sanatan Dharma is unlike malaria and dengue, does not have the diseases malaria and dengue do not have a social stigma, and a better kind of comparison should be offered to be with diseases such as HIV and leprosy, which have social stigma. This is how H. Raja is explaining it, and not just that, he's also challenging. He claims that the Prime Minister calls himself as a Vishwa Guru along with Amit Shah, but him being from a person from Tamil Nadu, he's ready to come to Delhi, and even after being surrounded by 10 lakh to a crore people carrying weapons, whatever it may be, he is ready to debate, carrying the books of Ambedkar and Periyar. This is what A. Raja said, and this way he is also extending his massive support to Udayanidhi Stalin, who also has released a statement recently claiming that whatever he said has only been twisted.
While Udayanidhi Stalin there is trying to explain himself and say that it has been twisted out of context, somewhere adopting a bit of a softer stance in as many days for the first time, A. Raja there taking it a notch further. Clearly the DMK is supporting the statement which is being made against Sanatan Dharma.
It absolutely is. Various leaders of the party have definitely extended their support towards Udayanidhi Stalin because he's the next face of the party. And the second aspect is that A. Raja and various other leaders have constantly been opposing Sanatan Dharma, not just now, for very long period. And they claim that these are the essence of the teachings of
Pramod, just hold on for a moment over there. Alisha Abdullah of the BJP is joining us over the phone line right now. What do you think and make of this statement? Udayanidhi Stalin had only compared Sanatan Dharma with malaria and dengue. A. Raja says that was soft. Let me take it a notch further and say Sanatan Dharma should be compared with diseases that are associated with social stigma like AIDS and leprosy.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, hi. See, I would firstly, I would like to say this is just going out of proportion, coming from the DMK side or part of it. And I think, they're just a bunch of buffoons, I should say, because instead of apologizing publicly, they are just making things worse. And first of all, they don't even respect women over here. And now to top it up, they are going against religion. I think they're just a bunch of jokers and they're just following the lead of Uday. I think this is just not. This has to be this action. They should be taken. The action has to be taken on him, on the whole party, for sure.
But the DMK says, at least Udayanidhi Stalin says, in his context, his statements are being twisted by the Bharatiya Janata Party. He never called for genocide.
If you see yesterday, if there's I think he was coming from the airport, and it was so funny that a media person asked him, do you want to apologize? And he asks the media person, did someone apologize to me? I think you would have seen that interview. So I think this shows the ignorance of him. He doesn't even know how to reciprocate or even speak up. So I think it's just waste of time even talking about them. I think action should be taken immediately on these people.
Okay. Ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to India Today. So action should be taken immediately against these DMK leaders is what the BJP is saying. Udayanidhi Stalin, remember, already faces an FIR which has been registered against him for the statement that he made against Sanatan Dharma in UP's Rampur. Now, A. Raja there, defiant, brazening it out, insulting Sanatan Dharma, saying, let's not just compare the Dharma to dengue, malaria, let's compare it to AIDS and leprosy, I would say. Listen in to what A. Raja said.
ஆனால் எனக்கு என்ன விந்தையாக இருக்கிறது என்றால் உதயநிதி ஸ்டாலின் அவர்கள் மென்மையாகத்தான் சொன்னார், மலேரியா போல டெங்கு போல ஒழிக்க வேண்டும் என்று. மலேரியாவுக்கும் டெங்குக்கும் சோசியல் ஸ்டிக்மா இல்ல, அது ஒரு அருவருப்பா சமூகம் பார்க்காது. அருவருவாக பார்க்கிற ஒரு சனாதனத்தை சொல்லணும்னா முறைப்படி ஒரு காலத்துல தொழுநோய் இருந்தது, இப்ப HIV இருந்தது. எங்களை பொறுத்தவரை HIV தொழுநோயை போல HIV போல சமூக அவலம் நிறைந்த ஒரு நோயாகத்தான் நாம் பார்க்கிறோம். ஒன்று.
So that is in fact the controversial statement which has been made by A. Raja, which has simply added more fuel to fire after the statement that was made by Udayanidhi Stalin, which continues to in fact create a political storm across all circles. The BJP has been going all guns blazing, attacking Udayanidhi Stalin. In fact, the Prime Minister yesterday himself told all BJP netas that they should in fact launch a no-holds-barred attack against Udayanidhi Stalin and defend Sanatan Dharma and go all out in attacking anyone who endorses what Udayanidhi Stalin has said. Now, A. Raja there taking it a notch further. He in fact said that Udayanidhi Stalin was soft. Sanatan Dharma in fact should be compared with diseases that are associated with social stigma. There is a social stigma attached to HIV and leprosy. That is what Sanatan Dharma is. Let's listen in to reactions that we've been getting on this developing story. And leprosy.
See, already told, DMK is a cancer in the society. DMK, this cancer will be eradicated very soon by BJP that follows the Sanatan Dharma. And this is the culture, tradition of the country. The DMK, which is definitely a divisive force, will say so many things to create unrest in the country. And the DMK, I think, is not willing to continue with the Congress, and that is why they are unnecessarily creating these sorts of issues. Number 3 is that Mr. A. Raja doesn't know anything, and he wants to create a nonsense atmosphere because he is to be seen. He wants a negative publicity. That is what he is saying. Anyway, we strongly condemn this, and we are asking only one question: whether the Congress accepts what the DMK says or not.